Here's another KeepsakeCrafts.net video for House of Gems. Today we're making our own ear wires, complete with wire frames on which to hang some great bead dangles. So the first thing we're going to do is make our ear wires with the little loop to hang the beads from, and we're going to use our 20 gauge wire and cut a 4-inch piece. We're going to use our bale making pliers, and you want to leave an inch and then tuck that wire on the 7mm section. And now make sure you leave this inch alone and start wrapping the other end. And when you can't wrap any further, loosen the grip and then turn the wire and keep wrapping until the two wires make a 90-degree angle. Hold on to that loop with chain nose pliers. Bend this wire up to center it over the loop. Bend this wire over so that it once again makes a 90-degree angle. And use your other chain nose pliers to wrap that shorter tail around. Trim off the excess. This is the loop that we're going to hang our beads from, and now it's time to make the part of the ear wire. So once again, bale making pliers, tuck your loop in, this time next to the 10mm part, and then just wrap your wire over and around. And then I like to give the lower part kind of a push in, and then a slight bend below opposite where you made those wraps. Trim the wire off, use the cup burr or a file to get that nice and rounded over and smooth. So the next step is to take your 26 gauge wire and cut a 12-inch piece. Slide that onto your large drop and leave about a 3-inch piece hanging out one side. And then fold both wires up over the bead. Make a little triangle above the beads and then bring the wires again parallel. Then use your round nose pliers here to make a loop with both wires until you have the wire at a 90-degree angle to where it was. Slide on both wires onto your frame. Hold on to that loop with chain nose pliers and just go ahead and get some securing wraps. The goal here is to wrap down around the holes of this bead. And you want kind of a nice cone of wires. Let me show you one that I finished already. So the wires make like a bead cap above the bead. So then the next step would be to add your dangles. You slide on a sterling silver spacer onto a head pin and then one of your beads. Grasp that bead the wire right where it comes out of the bead. With chain nose, make a 90-degree bend. Grasp that loop with round nose. And then make a loop. Reposition the pliers to finish the loop. Slightly twist that loop open and slide it onto your frame. Go ahead and close that loop with chain nose pliers and then wrap the wire around that little stem coming out of the bead and trim the excess. To add the drops, you'll need about 1.5 inches of wire per drop. Slide your wire onto the drop. Leave about 1/2 inch sticking out the top. Bend it up. Meet the wires in a triangle over the top. Grasp with round nose pliers. Make a loop. Slide that loop over the frame. Hold with chain nose pliers and make your wraps. And then trim the excess wire, tuck in the end, and repeat